All right, y'all. I saw a video the other day that I absolutely love, and I just wanted to do my own version of it. Ethan Page on YouTube talked about lowering the price, saving thousands of dollars getting into traditional archery. It's absolutely speaking my jam because I love building my own stuff. I love taking ownership in every part of traditional archery. And I want to share along with you some more ways, or my ways, that I've saved over the years. So we'll start with my bow. First off, that was a free piece of wood. I have a coworker that said, hey, I got a downed Osage. Do you want to come cut it up? He's got more out there. I can go cut some more. Do you want to come cut it up? So I went out there and got a truckload of it, brought it home, split it. Free wood, other than gas, sweat equity, a lot of sore muscles, maybe some blood, maybe some tears, I don't know. But the wood was absolutely free. So I could have built the bow for nothing other than my time, my sweat, my sore muscles. I put these artificial snakeskins on there. They were $26. Are they necessary? Absolutely not. But I like the way they look. And you could harvest your own snakes and put on there. Here in Tennessee, it's illegal to harvest venomous snakes for some reason. I don't know why. But you could find them dead somehow, some way. And skin them, put them on your bow if you want to. Deer antler tips, free. You could have found a shed antler. Are they necessary? No. But that came from the first deer I killed back in 1996, I believe. 1996. I just had him skull capped out. And I thought, you know what? I want to use that antler for more than just throwing it in a pile in the shed. I'm going to use it for bow tips. The most expensive thing, and again, unnecessary on my bow, is this grip. I paid, I think, $30 from Big Jim for that piece of leather. It's shark skin. I like the way it looked. I like the way it felt. Again, it's unnecessary. You could have just had the wood bow handle, maybe even put some checkering or stippling on there yourself. So we're at about $56 for a bow. $56, guys and girls, for a bow that shoots as good. I've had $1,800 bows, $1,500, $1,200. I've got a couple high dollar bows in there hanging on the rack now. They don't shoot any better than a $56 bow for me. Now we get to the part where some people get their feathers ruffled. I don't know why, but I'm going to preface this by saying, if you are supporting a string builder, a small business, and that's your thing, keep doing it. I've met some of them in person. I've met Trevor. I've met Paul Helms from TTT Strings. Great guys. I've met Daniel Binkley from HCB Strings. Great guy. Just absolutely great guys. I've met them. Wonderful guys. I've supported Daniel in the past. If you have a string builder and you like supporting them, keep doing it, because they're great guys. They're great in the industry, and they do a fantastic job. But I'll say that to say this. If you're like me and you like to take ownership in parts of traditional archery, or all parts, not just parts, then learn to build your own strings. For, honestly, guys and girls, for what it costs these days for a custom string, I can, at a shoot from Chad Weaver, I can buy 2 bundles of B55, 2 spools, and a thing of serving for $17 total. I can buy, and I can make 70 to 100 strings. Am I trying to show off my kind of string, how great a job Bill does? No. But this is a string that I built last year. It's got probably 1,000 shots on it or more. I don't know. For me and my buddy figured out, like, I can build a string for, after you make the initial investment in buying string material and serving jig, if you need it, you can even build one of those. I can build a string for under $2 in 30 minutes. I can build it, stretch it, serve it, have it on my bow in 30 minutes. I've done it multiple times to try to show people. It's so easy. I've taught other people how to do it. I got a buddy here locally that I've taught, and he's just turned into a string building machine. The first silencers, you could harvest your own fur. That could be free. You could use paracord for pennies. I've done that on several bows. I've got it on bows in the house now. You can get fur off, I hate to even say this, but roadkill. You can get off your animals you harvest, rabbit, squirrels, beaver, otter, any of those animals that if you're a trapper, you can get that stuff for free other than your time. So now I'm looking at a bow. I probably paid $4 for those, maybe $5. So I'm looking at a $61 total bow that shoots as well as an $1,800 bow. I'm going to take some pictures because I'm not shooting them this morning, but you can make arrows for absolutely free. I harvest river cane locally about 5 minutes from my house. I go up there and cut a bundle of it every few weeks, a month. I go cut some. Got in my garage, seasoning, free. I'll post pictures of the arrows I build or shafts I'm working on right now, absolutely free. These shafts I'm shooting today come from Sherwood Shafts. Carson, he runs sales all the time, and I think I got these for under $50. Maybe right at $50. The stain was about free. It was vinegar and steel wool. The most expensive things on this whole arrow is a knock. Let me pull that one out. Is the knock, because I had to buy a pack of knocks, which I didn't have to do. I could have cut self knocks. Is a knock and a field point. So for, I'm just going to say $60 total, you could be shooting a dozen arrows. Those feathers, I put out a feeler at my 3D club. I said, hey guys, you shoot a turkey, don't throw those wings away, I'll take them. So I did get some wings, and I don't have a feather chopper, I don't have a burner or anything. I made a template from a store-bought shield cut feather out of a piece of plastic, or left wing and right wing, and I used scissors and I cut these feathers out. And they turned out perfect. I mean, they turned out perfect for me. Again, free feathers, so $60 a dozen. So right now we're at about $120 for a bow and a dozen arrows. I've got a basket quiver in the house, and again, I'll take a picture of it. You could build a river cane basket quiver for nothing. What I have here is an old Great Northern. It doesn't have to be a Great Northern. It could have been a old quickie quiver that you found in a garage sale for $2. Could be something you could make the same hood for from leather from a hobby store, or something that you have, some tooling leather. You could make the same hood, make a wire frame. You could buy these straps or use a inner tube from a bicycle and make this quiver for hardly nothing. So my big investment on this was the Great Northern quiver. The main bracket, this was an old self bow. I whittled that out. This one kept giving me fits, kept popping the same splinter up. I kept patching it. Finally, I said, you know what? I'm through patching you. I'm gonna cut you up, because I saw Will Harrison of November South do this, and I thought, man, is that something kind of cool? So I'll be the only one with this kind of quiver. This strap, paracord, probably got about $3 worth of paracord. So now we're looking at an old Great Northern quiver. I'd say if I was buying it used, I might could get it for $60. So we're looking at $62. So now we're at about $180 for a bow, arrows, and a quiver. Bow, arrow, and quiver for $180. And I'm talking about a setup that is lethal. It will kill anything in North America, from deer to hogs to bears, small bears, elk, maybe a moose. Kill anything in North America for under $200, and could be way less than that, because again, I used a Great Northern quiver. I used leather on the grip that was unnecessary, skins on the back that were unnecessary. Guys and girls, the barrier to entry is super low for traditional archery. Don't fall into that trap. A lot of guys are shying. They don't want to buy the Chinese stuff. I get it, but if you do, you can get a setup for hardly nothing and be shooting a laminated bow for hardly nothing, for not much more than what I got here. But if you're someone who wants to support American, or doesn't like to buy from China, or that wants to take ownership of the processes themselves, build a self bow, build your quiver, build your arrows, start building your strings, and see how little you can really get into this sport for and have fun just like everybody else and be lethal in the woods just like anybody else. Y'all have a great day. Shoot straight. Have fun. God bless.